Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome back to What Shall We Do Next. I'm Mike, your host, and I hope you guys are having the best day ever. Before I get started, guys, if you are new here, please subscribe if you haven't already done that. We're on the road to 124,000 subscribers, and I would love you to join me on this journey. So hit subscribe and join the fam. And also, guys, go follow me on all of my social media. Links are in the description. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Snapchat, so go follow me on all of those. And as you guys know, I have a Facebook account, so you can add me on Facebook, and we can be Facebook friends. So go do that. Link is in the description. And finally, be sure to turn on the notification bell right next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified every time I upload a video. Thank you. But what is going on, guys, and welcome back. And today we are going to be talking about another SCP from the SCP series. And this SCP is called SCP-004, the 12 Rusty Keys and the Door. But enough of the jibber jabber, let's get right over to the story.
Warning, you are entering a restricted area. Return to where you came from, or be destroyed. Repeat, return to your designated zone, or be destroyed. Message ends.
SCP-004, the 12 Rusty Keys and the Door. Item number SCP-004. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. When handling items SCP-004-2 through SCP-004-13, proper procedure is vital. The items are not permitted to be moved off-site unless accompanied by 2 Level 4 security personnel. Under no circumstances should any other component of SCP-004 be taken through SCP-004-1. The effects of doing so are as yet unknown, and the current cost of experimentation makes further research impractical. Should any of the objects contained within SCP-004-1 breach containment, or the facility be breached, the keys must be brought inside and the door closed prior to activation of Site-62's on-site warhead. Unauthorized removal of keys from the testing area is grounds for immediate termination. Level 1 clearance is required for basic access to SCP-004-1. Level 4 clearance is required for use of SCP-004-2 to 13. Description: SCP-004 consists of an old wooden barn door, SCP-004-1, and a set of 12 rusted steel keys, SCP-004-2 through SCP-004-13. The door itself is the entrance to an abandoned factory inn. Data expunged. Chronological history: 7/2/1949. A group of 3 juveniles trespassing on federal property near blank find the door. According to their testimony, they found a set of rusty keys in an iron lockbox and determined what door the keys unlock. The juveniles are taken into custody after they contact Sheriff blank when one of their friends, SCP-004-CAS-1, goes missing. 7/3/1949. Local authorities find the severed right hand of SCP-004-CAS-01, 8 kilometers from SCP-004-1. Other parts of SCP-004-CAS-01's bodies are found scattered as far as 32 kilometers from the factory. Under interrogation, the apprehended juveniles tell authorities that upon opening the door with one of the keys, SCP-004-CAS-01 was torn into several pieces, each of what disappeared. At this point, the SCP Foundation takes over the investigation. 7/4/1949. SCP Agent blank obtains the keys from the local authorities to begin testing. Tests show that SCP-004-2 through SCP-004-13 all fit into a single lock on the large barred door. 12 Class D personnel are assigned to test the effects of the door. Of the 12 test subjects, each trying a different key to enter the room, only 2 survive. Opening the door with any key except SCP-004-7 or SCP-004-12 caused the test subjects to be torn apart in multiple directions. However, no dismembered parts were found until later. At the time of writing, only 2 parts of each subject have been recovered, with the exception of the subject using SCP-004-blank, whose pieces were scattered in close proximity. The others have all, for intent and purposes, vanished from existence. Of the 2 surviving subjects, only one, having used SCP-004-7, returned unharmed. The other came back in a near catatonic state, able to only remove himself from the room and then collapse on the floor, and had to be restrained to prevent him from gouging his eyes out. The subject using SCP-004-7 said that he had entered a large room impossibly big for the size of the attached building. After his exit, SCP-004-1 was propped open, and an armed squad of Level 3 personnel entered. The size of the room is impossible to measure, and the door frame and the individuals in the room are the only part of the room that can be felt or illuminated. 7/16/1949. The juvenile suspects and Sheriff blank are terminated. 8/2/1949. Blank is declared a hazardous area due to an unexploded ordnance and fences erected in order to prevent civilian ingress. Tests to determine the safety of exposure to environment behind SCP-004-1 begin. 12/1/1950. Space-time anomalies resulting from exposure to SCP-004 are confirmed. Testing is suspended until further notice. 7/2/19 blank. The unaccounted for remains of SCP-004-CAS-01 appear unexpectedly outside SCP-004-1. Despite being killed decades before, the remains of SCP-004-CAS-01 are not decomposed in any manner and are still warm to the touch. Blood remains uncoagulated. The remains are remanded for testing. 7/4/19 blank. The unaccounted for remains of one of the 12 original test subjects appear in similar manner to those of SCP-004-CAS-01. The remains have been designated SCP-004-CAS-02. Records suggest that both SCP-004-CAS-01 and CAS-02 used SCP-004-blank. 3/21/1999. With the massive proliferation of nuclear weapons in World War III only blank years away, construction has begun on site inside SCP-004-1. The site is to stock supplies for blank person days. 4/21/1999. Blank has ordered the site inside SCP-004-1 to be expanded to include emergency storage for all mobile SCP blank specimens and a blank petabyte database for the storage of all SCP data. The facility is now referred to as Site-62. 9/25/2000. Site-62 is operational. Labs and containment units are complete and can contain the most dangerous specimens. Backup of the SCP database has begun. 1/25/2001. Due to time anomalies, all personnel working at Site-62 are now required to reside on-site permanently. Families of personnel are to be informed that loved ones are perished in an industrial accident. Cloned bodies have been prepared for funeral. 8/14/2003. Massive power outage across northeast United States and through Canada. Due to the initial failure of multiple SCP generators, Site-62 was without power for 53 minutes. During those 53 minutes, those on site were completely without any source of light. They reported sensing creatures and people, although no abnormal entities could be seen or felt. Selected facility personnel were allowed to read blank and said the creatures sensed were of a humanoid size, but otherwise similar to the massive green creature described. Space-time anomalies. SCP-004 seems to propagate spatiotemporal anomalies. Personnel leaving the facility report losing time. Those who have been on the site for weeks insist that they only had been in the facility for several days, and records of work complete and supplies consumed support their claims. Other temporal anomalies involve SCP-004-2 through 13, especially the reappearance of SCP-004-CAS-01 and SCP-004-CAS-02 exactly blank years after using SCP-004-blank. Blank has been assigned to investigate all aspects of these time anomalies. Spatial anomalies, including the impossibly large dimensions of the area opened by SCP-004-7. Similarly, the 2003 blackout incident suggests that there exists an alternate plane of existence within the same space that Site-62 occupies. Additional notes. Testing on SCP-004 reveals that 10 of the keys open SCP-004-1 on a dimension where the laws of physics and topology are significantly different than those of our home dimension. Test subjects meeting these hostile conditions are torn apart, their body parts deposited in various locations, only 3 of which have been verified to be on Earth. Material deposited at 2 of these points appear immediately. Material deposited at the 3rd appears exactly blank years into the future. The other 7 locations are currently unknown. Current testing focuses on 2 avenues of research. The first is finding ways to survive SCP-004's hostile topologies. The second, data expunged, suggests that SCP-004-2 through 13 may open doors other than SCP-004-1. Appendix A. Mental health effects of SCP-004-12. All Class D personnel using SCP-004-12 return in a catatonic state, unable to speak. Some may have enough energy left to try to claw their eyes out. Of the 16 subjects, only 4 have survived. Only 1 has regained speech. Following the long-term psychotherapy, he was able to tell the psychiatrist that he saw a massive green creature, so large that much of its body extended beyond his field of view. He reported innate fear and sudden recognition, as if it were something buried deep in his primal fears, and forced implantation of incomprehensible memories. Subject displays acute anterograde and retrograde amnesia. Appendix B. Additional information. Item number SCP-004-14. Date of discovery 9/2/1950. Origin of object. Object was discovered elsewhere in the factory area, in the previously undiscovered manager's office. Description. Object appears as a large, unvarnished wooden box. The box may be unlocked by the safe key, SCP-004-7, as well as 5 of the unsafe keys. See document SCP-004-1. Upon unlocking SCP-004-14 with SCP-004-7, the box opens automatically on hinges. The volume of the space inside is precisely 5 times greater than the dimensions outside imply. Items placed within while the lid remains open do not affect the weight or any other properties of the box. When the lid is closed and locked, however, All items inside vanish irretrievably. Personnel locked inside the box are also irretrievable. Although losing personnel in this fashion appears to affect significantly the dream experienced by data expunged. And that is the end of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I thought it was very weird, very different. Doesn't really make much sense to me, but I'm assuming it's some kind of like magical door that, you know, as long as you use the right key, it takes you to another dimension. If you use the wrong key, it will still open the door, but you're gonna be destroyed. But my questions, all of you guys, for question of the day is, what do you think of SCP-004? Let me know in the comment section. That is question of the day. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. Let's see if we can go for 1,000,000 likes. That would really help me grow my channel. But that is all for tonight, guys. Remember the most important thing. I love you all, and chase your dreams. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow with another video.